Hello, everybody. This is the Music Professor, and you are in the classroom. Let's learn something. Music Professor, Music Professor, Music Professor, Music Professor, Music Professor, Music Professor, Music is my passion. Teaching is my passion. If you want to learn today, come to me and I'll show you the way. You can hold it. There's a big space, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens there. But the thing is, we want to get all the filling. We want to bite down on the sandwich and taste all the different layers of meat and all the seasoning and all the flavor that you get through there. So we're gonna get all the flavor. So let's go back to the screen. Now, the first chord that it goes to is a D minor 7. I'm gonna show you how that looks, because this is where it gets interesting in gospel music, because that's a little chord there. So you got a D minor 7 is what it's called. The D major 7 to make a diminish. I said D minor. It's diminished 7. Diminish. My apologies. D major. You take the two top notes and you bring those down a half step, and they become diminished. Okay. So that's a diminished chord. So you have major chord, which you use the 4/3 method to find, and you take. So that's a. So it'll be more so on the minor side or the dominant side. Yeah, it's a dominant chord. Dominant 7. So that makes it in there. But anyway, so it's a D diminished 7. Okay. Now, so you have the D major, and you take the two top notes of the chord down a half step, and it makes them diminished. Now, the 7 comes from, it's from the minor side of the scale. It's the minor side of the scale, okay? Now, we haven't gone over any minor scales, but the minor scale in this particular situation, I'm just letting you know where these sevens and these different things that you see in the chords, where they're coming from, okay? So now, so the first chord, this is a 7. That's a D diminished right there. And the 7, you're just playing the name of the chord at the bottom with the left hand. If you don't see, now let's go back to this music, okay? If you don't see another, like a slash or anything, it's always going to be the name of the actual chord that you're playing, okay? So in this particular situation, it's the D, right? So the D diminished 7 is the first chord. Now the next chord is a G7 sharp 9. Like, what in the world is going on? This is where a lot of people get confused. Okay, so now the way it works with a scale. So let's go to, we can use the scale that we're in, the key that we're in, E flat. So the scale is actually laid out in such a way where it gives you scale degree. So the number of the note in the scale gives you, it's more like placement, or gives you a layout of what that scale, or what that scale can do as far as chord structure, or as far as the scales you want to play. It has a lot of different things that are interwoven within the scale. So the scale in this particular situation is E flat. Okay. Now, most people know the do re mi fa sol la ti do. Everybody understands that. If you have been in music, if you've done anything musically, you heard this before. But the thing is, a lot of books don't break it down you want to break it down like to fractions. You want to break it all the way down. So The scale is actually the roadmap. It's telling you what you can play, what's not allowed to not allowed as far as the chord structure and everything. And then there's actual exceptions to that because you change what's called modes. Modes change everything. But in this particular situation, the 9 and everything comes from the scale. So you have the 1 is always the name of the scale. 1, you just go up the scale and you count, give it a number. Every note gets a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So those chords you have typically you have to have when you make it a chord, right? You have a chord and you can actually add at the top 6, 7, it's major 7. Now it says 1, but you have other chords like this. Changes to a minor that adds a 9, which is also a 2 in the scale. So you have 1 8, 2 9, 3 10. You're like, what in the world are you talking about? 3 10, and it's 4 11, 5 12, 6 13, 7 14, 8 15. Okay, now what I was just telling you is like how when you create these chords that we're gonna go over, we create these chords based off of the scale. So everything is based off the scale. So you have 1 8, and then it goes from there. So anyway, we'll break that down. So let's go back to the song. It goes to G7 sharp 9. Okay, so that's the D diminished 7 right there, and then you have let's add that in there. So let's go through these notes. So you got the notes for this. D in the left hand, C, D, F, G sharp. Okay, and then the next one is G with your left hand. So that's a diminished on top of it. That's pretty cool. So those that kind of understand this a little bit, it's interwoven into the key of C. But anyway, so you got G with your left hand, B, D, F, and B flat at the top. Okay. And these kind of chords right here are played all the time in gospel music, but you just have to understand how to translate them to each key. Each key. You can do this one. Okay. That's the option you have. So it's like a G major chord with an A flat. So, but I like this one. Add that B flat at the top. That changes it to what I actually have written out here. So I'm gonna have this PDF available for everyone that actually wants to go through the song. So, and then it goes to another chord. Let's look at the next chord. C minor 9. Ooh, you hear that? You hear that a lot in gospel music. Ba-da-da. We're not going to go so much into the numbers, but we can go a little bit into the numbers. Hey guys, if you like what you saw so far, let's make sure we watch the next video so we can see what's going on, so we can finish this song. This great song. Let's do it. Pay attention, take notes, and make sure that you're ready for the next part of the video. See you guys on the next part or the next video. Take care. Bye.